Hi, I'm Asif from 5th Tribe, and I'm here to introduce Rocket Arcade. So we've built a bunch of games for clients, usually for marketing purposes, things like that, and we decided we want to take some of those games, break them out into their own, and create an arcade cabinet for people to experience those games in and of themselves. So you can see here we have this sort of nice shell that we've put together. At 5th Tribe, she put this together and designed it. Then we have the actual arcade games themselves. We have more than 3, but we've taken 3 that really fit well with an arcade setup of having a joystick and buttons and all that. And so, this is a shell. You could pick this up, and behind is just a monitor and this joystick. But the games in particular that we've selected here are Furniture Factory, which is kind of a claw game where you're picking up boxes of furniture and trying to score points. There's World Cup Challenge, which is a game where, as you can imagine, it's related to the World Cup. You're basically heading the ball to collect coins and power-ups. And then we have Football Runner to mark the start of the football season, where you're a football and you are running away from football players who are trying to capture you. So why don't we just take a second to play a few of these games. So we'll start with Football Runner and work our way backwards. So here, basically, it's pretty easy to control. You're just pushing one of the buttons, jump, and avoid obstacles and collect coins along the way. And then eventually we'll see some power-ups pretty quickly. We can get some of those. Okay, now we got the wings. We're gonna go ahead and fly. And that's how you die. Then you can go ahead and put your name in. And so I'll just... Ask me anything, Farm. Ask me. Okay, so we'll go back to the main menu.
What happens when you add your name to the score?
So as you can see, that was my score here, number 7, AMA. So I got added to the leaderboard. So as people are kind of competing at say an event or at a marketing thing, say in whatever kind of conference you're at, we can basically keep a tally of how people are scoring when they're there. So we're gonna experiment with some maybe people getting prizes and things like that at events and that sort of thing as well. See how that goes. Here we have World Cup Challenge. We'll give this a shot. So you're just kind of controlling with the joystick as this ball bounces around. And got the low gravity power up.
In real life, Asif is a soccer superstar.
That's all right. I got big head. My head is gigantic.
The player actually kind of looks a little like you.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. It was based off of me, old picture from my childhood where my head was also
It's your
gigantic.
avatar.
All right.
Great.
I'll wrap that up quickly. Back to the main menu. And then the last game is Furniture Factory. So you just kind of push the button to grab presents. You want to avoid the skull, so that's how you lose points.
And what was that little clock thing you got?
The clock gives you more time, so there's like a time limit on this particular game. So you get the clock, gives you a little bit more time, so you can score higher points. And so if you sort of stack these, you get more points. The trick here is that the first...
Oh, what was that?
I lost some points because I got the skull box.
Skull box. It's death.
The skull box always gets you,
Yeah.
just like in real life. So the trick here is basically the first box you hit, that's when the claw's going to go back up, and you can kind of grab things on your way back up to score higher and higher. So yeah, that's it. That's Rocket Arcade, and we'll see how this evolves in the future. We're going to add more games and more things to it, and so this is kind of only the beginning of what we're going to do with this project.